Hey, what's up, everybody? So it is Duke, North Carolina day, and I figured we'll just pop in for a quick second just to go over some of the movers and shakers and what to watch out for today. So here's Lenardi's latest bracket. Looks like New Mexico went down. I think we talked about that a little bit. St. John's went down, but they have replaced Villanova, who, like I said, they were suspect. I didn't see Villanova making it in. Clemson dropped a little bit. Nebraska pulled off a big win versus Wisconsin, which helped them move up on the line a little bit. TCU, Mississippi State, you can see Mississippi State went down as predicted. TCU's up in the 8 slot. South Carolina jumped after beating Kentucky and Tennessee. From what else we're looking at, a bunch of the 16 and 15 seeds, like you can see Colgate's in there now. Green Bay and Southern replaced the other 16 seeds. I think it was, can't remember off the top of my head. Jacksonville State, maybe. Anyways, South Dakota State moved down. They were a 15 seed last week. Now they're down to 16. Duke went up to a 3 seed. Like I said, they had the potential, especially with what's happening today, playing North Carolina, depending on how that goes. San Diego State went down. You've got Seton Hall and Memphis on the 11 line. I don't foresee either one of those teams making it in. I think they need a huge run, but we'll see. Kentucky went down. Richmond jumped into it. Hey, guess what? I called that out. I said, how are they not in there? And there they are. Iowa State went down. Doesn't make much sense at this point. Texas, they had a hard-fought game versus Houston last week. I think that's how they went up. Michigan State dropped one. Outside of that, not seeing too much craziness. UC Irvine jumped in. Florida Atlantic went up to 5. There's a lot that's going to take place today, so let's just slide over to that real quick. All right, we have... Okay, so Delaware State, Lafayette, those two are both out according to Lenardi's latest. Jackson State, Central Connecticut. I won't talk too much on these teams early, but you can see the green and red highlighted on what they did last week, what they did this week, blah, 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 what they have upcoming. A lot of big games today that are going to change things for a few different teams. So, Providence plays Nova. Providence had a big win this past week. If they stay hot, winning against Nova is really a nothing thing to me. I think I explained that last week. Mississippi State has Bama. I am telling you, I feel like Bama's going to win that. Mississippi State's going to fall out. Colorado, Utah. Colorado's kind of a nothing thing, but if they beat Utah, then, all right, they're back in the conversation. Just discussed Villanova and Providence. Nebraska beat Wisconsin. That was huge. If they happen to keep it close with Illinois, that could be big for them. South Carolina just lost to Georgia at home. If South Carolina stays hot, beats Georgia on the road, that's huge for them. Texas A&M, not seeing much except for Florida did just beat Kentucky. I do believe they're at Texas A&M today. I think I looked at Florida with the points. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this one. They are kind of riding a hot hand at this point. Clemson, Virginia, going to be a slow one, but definitely going to be close. Michigan State, Maryland, this can go either way. A couple of teams that both underperforming for any standards. So, Oklahoma, UCF. I've got UCF pulling off the upset in this one. I do believe UCF's going to beat Oklahoma. As you guys heard on last week's video, I don't have much faith in Oklahoma this year, so that's just the thing. Illinois, Nebraska, just touched on that. Auburn, okay, they beat Vanderbilt. Auburn's going to lose to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is kind of hot right now. Auburn's definitely going in the other direction. Dayton beat St. Bonaventure last night. That was cool. Kansas, Houston, game to watch out for today. So North Carolina, I do believe in the latest, just notched Kansas for a 1 seed. Kansas pulls this game off versus Houston. Kansas slides into a 1 seed. They may replace the Tar Heels, or it could even be Houston. We'll see how that unfolds. Tennessee, Kentucky, this is just going to be a fun game to watch. Not really worth anything near the 1 line. This is more of a 3-4-5 battle for that line. But I think this is a huge game for both teams coming off of losses. Kentucky is struggling. Tennessee is not playing like they were early on, or in past years. So we'll see what Rick Barnes draws up for that one. UConn just beat Providence. They do have St. John's, I believe that's today. Gonna be a fun game to watch. St. John's is a lot stronger than a lot of people think. So, like I said, just wanted to stop by before doing the entire breakdown tomorrow, and just give some movers and shakers for the week, some things to watch for. I didn't highlight this, but look for Iowa State Baylor to be a decent game. I don't know how Iowa State went down. Baylor's on a downward trajectory, so I think Iowa State takes that one. How easy? Don't really know. Memphis, don't see them in the field. I don't see Seton Hall in the field. Anything else I might have missed along the way? Grand Canyon got their redemption versus Seattle, who just recently beat them, so that's cool. Yeah, outside of that, hope everybody enjoys their day of watching some great college hoops, and stay tuned for the next breakdown of where Lenardi's at and where things are at come tomorrow, Monday type deal. Depending on when they release it, I believe it'll be Monday morning. But I want to keep everybody up to date with what's moving, what's shaking, and kind of where our predictions are with where we're going, coming up to the bracket, because there's some teams that are suspect to make it in, and then there's some teams like I called last week. Richmond now is in the field. Well, where'd that come from? How did I predict that should have been a thing, and coincidentally now it is. So hope everybody has a great day, great Saturday. Talk to you soon.